Right. So next today we are focusing on importing and exporting images, right, and vectorization in Illustrator. These are the topics. First we have to import any image, from file, place. Yesterday I told you there is no import button, place. So find your images. Suppose here reference images are there. Yes, I'm importing. This image, right? See, observe here. There we have some options are available. There is a link, right, and template and replace. So at link, when you click on the images, two images, and default it is showing link, right? So what is that? Suppose I'm entering placing. So place. See with cursor, there is one and one more. These are the two images. So what is that mean? So a linking means what? See, when you apply a link, there is a cross mark, that into type. So by this simply we'll understand the image is in linked object. So linked object means when we work in Illustrator, particularly but on designs like brochures and suppose hoarding or any real-time designs works, we use many photographs, not one, 2, 3, 4 sometimes. Suppose brochure has many pages. For example, in 4 pages, in front page 2 images are there. Suppose with logo is there, and again second page 2, 3 images are there. So third page other images are there. So many images we import to Illustrator on artboard. So that means what? You are directly, when it is in linked, so you are directly not importing your images into Illustrator program. So that is directly coming from your C drive. So otherwise, which drive your reference folders are there, from there you are importing. So these are links from there, right? Not exactly directly you are not importing into Illustrator. So these are the links. The benefit is, suppose when you work with multiple images, many images, if you use more than 5 or 10 images, maybe your program, your Illustrator program, sometimes it cannot respond because of many images, right? And suppose if you want to save that file after importing all the images, if you don't include in saving options, right, these linked files, if you don't include in saving options, maybe suppose that file in another computer, you cannot open that. So I'll show you. So this is linked, right? See, here it is showing linked file. Now you can delete this and again open and again place, and suppose here just unlink that, right, and place. Just a minute, I'll open again. Yeah, see this, there is no cross mark here, right? So that means what? It is embedding file. So embedding means what? Directly without link you are dropping that image into your area program. See, there is no cross mark. So that means what? Directly you are imported, not from the C drive or desktop. Your image is there in program, right? In the same way, if you use for brochure like designs, brochure has many photographs, many pages. In each page we use many pictures, photographs. So in that particular file, if you use many photographs directly, you are dropping into that Illustrator. So if you save that, maybe your file size will be bigger, right? And sometimes because of that, your program cannot respond because we use many images here. Suppose if you use in linked way, so the function is the Illustrator will function smoothly because it is not directly imported. So we use linked files. Suppose the benefit of this file, suppose see I'm saving this, save as, otherwise save. I'm saving on the desktop, save. Here see the options include linked file option is not showing here. So that means what, when you save this file, your image, it is including with your text files and suppose texture files also. That means what, if you say this, your file directly saving into Illustrator program. So whenever you open that file again, so with that image you can open and see and edit that. Suppose again I'm deleting and I want to place this time reference images, and yes, this time link, place, this is linked file, and I want to save this, reduce this size, because it is a linked file. And now save this file again, save, right, it is saving on desktop and save. Here it is asking, see in Illustrator saving options it is asking you want to include linked files or not. Suppose give the tick mark, right, then your file can be saved in that particular file with the link. Suppose you are not giving that link, whenever you try to open that file now, maybe your file you cannot open, you cannot see that file. So instead of that there will be on a dialog, so there is a linked file missing, it shows. So always try to give that link, right, if you want to work with real-time projects, don't forget. So linked file, always give that link. So that is the main difference between linked files and direct embedding files. So now yes suppose this is my image and one more image I'm placing reference images, yes, in that yes sorry, open this file, yeah, two files I'm taking. Suppose I want to vectorize that, one more art sketch file I want, because I want to show something, right. So yeah, suppose this is yes we want to vectorize this because Illustrator is a vector based program. We want to vectorize. Suppose how to vector your drawing, there is two methods. Manually we vector, so manually means with the pen tool we trace every outline and we cut that, right, that is a regular way. That another one is the program Illustrator itself, it can trace. So how to trace that? Suppose see, after placing your image, select here, after selecting see your control panel here, otherwise options bar here, see this is image trace is there, right. So click on the image trace here, So we have options. Suppose this you can keep side H hand tool and keep this side. Yes. Now press V, that is a selection tool. Select this one and see there is a image trace. Just click on that. Here we have options: default, high fidelity and low fidelity, 3 colors, 6 colors, 16 colors, shades of gray, black and white logo, sketch art, silhouette, line art and technical drawings. These are the methods actually we use, right? Suppose I'm using this default. So in default, what it is in black and white, so that is giving. Suppose in that I'm using high fidelity photo, so here actually instead of this drawing I want to use actual photograph. On that we'll understand more clearly. Yes, yeah, this is my image. Select first without, suppose see you are not selecting, the options are not available, right? So don't forget that. First select your image, then find here options. So there choose high fidelity photo. The process is going, right? Because in this image colors are more, colors are there, so it is converting into pixels to outlines. Alright, so now what is this? This is vector. So how to understand that? By pressing Alt on keyboard, zoom this portion. See this? Observe her face. The colors, the light and shades are there. See, this is a highlight and the tones are there: light tone, the middle tone, and again the middle tone, dark tone, and remaining other shades of that, right? So your pixels, your JPEG, that pixels convert into shapes, right? So when you see this in a actual size, it look like your original, but when you zoom this, instead of that pixels, it is showing that paths, right? Shapes, different shapes, right? Suppose see there is a background actually, so keep this side, keep this side, keep this side. Yes, come here. Suppose see this is a background, so we have to remove that background. So how to remove that? So here we have options also there. Suppose from window there is image trace. Find image trace, just click on that. The options are there here, so click here advanced, right? In there check this method and ignore white. Depends on the picture colors, it takes time. So this is one method, so ignoring that white. So another way also we remove that. I'll explain that also. Actually by masking also from images, so without vectorizing, see, is gone. Still something is there. So for that we have to use these options. Anyway, the system itself, it is understanding that process. And here check these paths, give these paths, and suppose noises, you have to adjust all these things. So it is a process actually. Sometimes it will waste your time. We feel that it is a wasting of time, and after vectorizing only you can do this, right? But without vectorizing your image, you can remove your outlines. I mean, not outlines, your background, any kind of background, we remove that without vectorizing. That I'll explain. Suppose see, keep this side. Where is this? Yeah, keep this side, and I'm giving Control Z because see, it is taking time. And instead of this, I'll try to use another picture because it has many colors. It is taking time unnecessarily, so wasting of time. The simple picture I'll show you. The progress. Just I'm deleting this simply. So get another one. I'll show you the simple image. Yes, the same thing, same technique here. I'm applying high fidelity photo. Yeah, this process is very nice. Now see this. Zoom this and we'll understand. Yes, so this is a vector drawing, vector convert into vector. So on that, what I'm doing, see, right click on that. So before giving that right click, you must have to expand this. So expand button is there from object. Here it is there, expand, or otherwise see in properties, the side it is showing. So convert tracing objects to paths. It is telling expand, right? Yes, see, expand means what? It is convert into the small paths, right? Individually paths, but it is in group, right? So we have to ungroup that. So how to do that? That select that one and right click and ungroup, right? See, it is ungrouped. Now each portion is selecting. So now what you do, simply select this portion. So here suppose yeah, it is ungrouped. Select this portion and you remove this, right? And this portion you can remove this. You keep this side. Now we'll understand. Yes, suppose this whole black. Yeah, because this cloth has some texture, right? So don't remove all the portions. Somewhere that pure white areas only you can remove, otherwise remaining portions keep them as it is. It is giving that cloth the texture, right? Suppose see, now I want to change this color, particular area, right? Suppose see, select this portion, so in fill area, and choose your color, required color. So whatever that color, suppose I am changing into that, see, and choose that another color, right? So this way you can change your colors. Suppose I am giving Control Z and Control Z, I am applying continuously because I want to get back to a normal. Very good option from this Illustrator. Now see, this is again Control Z, changed into image bitmap. So again one more Control Z, still it is in vector. So I'm using Control Z, and again. Yes, this is right. So here other options are low fidelity. That means what? That low quality that shows. So instead of that, I'm using here 3 colors. Suppose sometimes you want your the multicolor image into 3. Yes, beautiful. See, sometimes your real photographs, your faces, your portrait, you convert into this way. Suppose it is already convert into vector. Show this. Beautiful it is. You can print this into any size, like an like to big size of hoarding, or otherwise on big banner also you can print this. Suppose again after selecting this, expand again. Expand. So it is expanded. Now right click and ungroup. So you ungrouped that, right? So now see, if you don't want this, you can remove this portion, right? Because we removed that area, the white area. So instead of this, you choose this color. Suppose this color I'm using, right? Save. Okay, that color is added. So sometimes see, I want to give some gradient colors. Wow, the beautiful. So you can choose your colors, whatever the colors you want. On your faces, on your portraits, you can experiment this, right? You will understand more clearly, right? So for timing, I'm giving Control Z again. So Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, right? So other option is 6 colors now. Your image into 6 colors. So you can choose this. The 6 colors means what? See. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The 6 colors, your image is converted. And Control Z. And shades of gray I'm using now. Yes, shades of gray, and again we expand and you will get the options, right? And again Control Z, and this is black and white logo. So yes, we are beautiful. See, it is converted. Your realistic photographs, Illustrator automatically converting into your logo likes. So logos, see, we are using, it is in black and white. Now you can expand this. Expanded. After expanding, what? Expanding means what? Your image dividing into portions, parts by parts, right? But if you want to select particular portion, you select that and ungroup. You have to click on ungroup. So because these portions are ungrouping, yeah, suppose this, you can remove this and this portion, select this portion. Yeah, see, it is taking in that background, gray color background. Suppose here if I fill with some different color, so it shows on that. Suppose here I want to use these colors, right? Right, this is the color, and now drag and drop on that, right? Suppose, see, this is top and this is down, right? So you can send this back. How to send? Select this, and from object also you can choose. Suppose arrange, bring to front, or send back, or otherwise on right click also. So click on that, and suppose arrange, bring to front. Already it is there in front. Send back, send to back. See, send back, and now see, this is the beautiful effect it is giving, right? So you can experiment this. So again, so Control Z, ah, very good. And next here, sketch dot. Yeah, this we used it just now. And here the other things are silhouette. Silhouette means that when we fill with any color, single color, it is a silhouette. So silhouette always will cover entire your the portion. And line art. This line art and technical drawing used by these architects and engineers to trace their actual the drawings, right? So we don't use those options, these two options, right? So remaining these we use them. So this is kind of tracing system, automatically giving that tracing effect. But really if you want to trace for any artwork or any your logo, we use manually, right? So manually with the pen tool we do that. And other one is, suppose see, I'm using here layers. So in Photoshop we know layers, what are the layers, right? So in Illustrator also we have layer options are there. See here in panels it is showing that in a book shape, right? So layers, click on that. So see here, see actually this is not one layer, right? Actually this is layer, in that sub layers also there. See, that means what we have to consider it is as a folder. In Photoshop we have folder, within folder layers we keep. Suppose these layers we keep in that. So here we say it is a layer, right? And inside things are sub layers. You can select that sub layer. Suppose see, I'm selecting this layer, right? This Jerry, I select this Jerry, but your drawing is not selected. Observe here. You want to select that, just click on this circle, click to target, drag to move apparent. Suppose see, click on this. Now it is showing that. Suppose here the boy face, suppose here, select here, right? So not clicking by that actual layer, by selecting this will select actually. These are the layers, and you can move your layers just like in Photoshop. You drag, right? And suppose this is your that entire the portion. Suppose you are tracing a character, human body otherwise, right? So head related things keep in this one layer. In that again sub layers are there. Sub layers are like your eyes, mouth, hair, whatever the details from the face. So there are the sub layers there into one layer. So give here name, suppose head, double click on that and give that name head, and you lock that. So here there is a lock button, just click on that. And suppose create one more layer here, and then trace your body. Suppose hands, the left hand, right, and right hand, left leg, right leg. So that way you can trace, and that portion you can keep in one folder or otherwise one layer. Drop these the two sub layers or otherwise 4 sub layers into one layer, so that can be the other portion. This way you can create. The same way we use for brochures. Suppose we are planning for brochure. The first page has first page has many sub layers, right? All the sub layers keep in one layer and give name. Double click on that and give name page 1, right? And again page 2, page 3. So these are the things. And suppose you can create artboard also. Already I explained. Suppose here I'm deleting this. I think here I locked, right? Yes. And delete this, delete this, and delete this. Here what I'm doing, some placing a drawing here. I'll show you that portion, how to trace that. For that I want the drawing, any drawings, right? So from desktop, find my folder. It's just a minute. Sample works. From this there is a drawing works. Yeah, I'll take suppose this one, right? Keep here. So this is my drawing, and suppose I'm using Alt Shift on keyboard and keep this in center. See, now you'll understand this is what a linked drawing. So for the tracing purpose, how to trace that? First select this drawing, and see there is a layer here, right? And give name sketch, TCH, right? Sketch. Here you double click on that layer. So here, not here. Here means renaming, right? This corner, double click on that. Here it is showing that layer options. In that dim image 2, just click on that dim image 2, means opacity. It is asking opacity 50% of dim, default it is giving. Say OK. So now see your image is in opacity low, and now you can lock this. You locked this image, right? So on that you create layer, new layer, right? Very good. Now what you do, take your pen tool. I'll show you few lines with pen tool. Here see, I don't want actually fill color, but in default it is showing fill. I want outline only. See, fill color off and outline. So that my outline is here. I'm taking 1 point, right? See here, see this shape here to here. Yes. Okay, here I'll start from here. Yes, right. And again here I'm using Alt on keyboard and click here, right. Suppose Control Z, here I want, yes. And see now, see the line actually it is showing, this is the continuation of the cap. If I go this way, I have to make separate line here, right? So for that I'll go this way, and later I'll add this portion, or otherwise I'll go yes. So we have to first analyze that line outline, how to do that. Yes, from here I'm taking that. So and again I'm using that Alt on keyboard. Yes, yes. You have to understand the drawing and lines, drawing lines. And again I'm using this Alt. Yes, right. And see here, and again I'm using Alt. I'm using Alt. Right. Very nice. Suppose with the direct selection tool, if you want to adjust lines, you can adjust. Yeah, this point, select this point and give some adjustments if you don't satisfy that. Okay. Now this portion, suppose here to here. Yeah, see, for that what I'm doing, I'm planning this portion separately. Suppose from outside I'm taking that line, so right, that can be inside portion. So first observe that carefully. Suppose again here I am planning one more line here, so this is over, and here this portion. For that I'm using ellipse tool, suppose, right, and turn this up to here. Perfect. So this is right. With the direct selection tool you can adjust those lines, right. Suppose this portion I'll try to fill colors. First I'm using the main cap here, so just give this line that red color, right, and here this portion red but shade because it is the inside, right, inside portion of the cap. So I'm using eyedropper tool on keyboard to take that color, and automatically it is filled because it is in selection, right. So now double click on that and choose that shade, and see here the layer, see, you see here, so this should keep down, went inside, perfect, right. And again this portion, so this small portion I'm using with the, suppose a blue, right, yes, this blue, say okay, send this blue portion to cap down, so that means here, yes, perfect. Now see the line is there, so it is not attached. Select this point, anchor point, and drag to here, right, perfect. Excellent, right. Excellent. Next, suppose if you want to remove that outline, you can remove also. So this is a normal way we are filling colors. That means what? The shape, you connect the first anchor point to last anchor point, and by clicking that selection, choose your colors and fill colors. That is a regular way. And tomorrow I'll explain the portion other the same drawing differently with live paint mode. So there mostly we use at all the tracing areas, right. So this is, and here you duplicate this, keep this side and you select this portion. If you don't want outlines, you can remove outlines, right. And suppose see here, before removing your outlines, you must give shades, right. The shades and all, how to give shades and all, I'll explain again. So because you have to fill inside separate colors, or otherwise you have to give shades, then only you can remove outlines. Otherwise it can be the one picture look like a one flat single color, right. So select this and delete, and this is this can be one drawing. Suppose name it cap, right? Okay, these are the things, and I told you that without the tracing vectorization, how to remove that background, right? So I'll explain that. Remove this. I want to place. See this drawing done in Illustrator only, right? So this is called what? Low polygon art. So all your batch people also have to do this. This is called what? A low polygon art. So I'll explain how to do that later. And from file, place, yes, now I want from my reference images. Because few images are already removed that outline. They are in PNG. Yeah, this you will take otherwise. Yes. See, here I am not using any vector effects, right? We have to trace. So how to trace that? See, here I am using a pen tool. See, I don't want this fill color. Carefully how to do that. Yes. So again, pressing Alt and keyboard. And I'm using again Alt and keyboard to control your pen. Yes. Right. Right. This is my outline, right? This is your outline and this is that. So you can select these two and right click and make clipping mask. Right, see this? You remove nicely your outline. So no need to go into Photoshop again to remove that. That is the method, different method using Photoshop and removing that. But here instantly, sometimes you want to remove that background, whatever the background, not only plain. It has textures or otherwise multicolor background is there. So properly you have to give the outline. That is very important. It more patiently you have to give outline. Then here there is a outline here in the top layer. The bottom it is your image. So by selecting these two, your outline must be on top layer, right? Your image should be on down. Though by the selecting these two layers, right click on that, right click on that and give clipping mask, right? So automatically it is masked and your background is removed. So these are the things for today's class. So just review linking and embedding, right? Images directly you can drop your images into Illustrator. So that is embedding method, and linking is without dropping directly into your program, that copies, that duplicates you are exporting, right? So that is the linking and embedding. The benefit is when you link objects and suppose after designing, completing your design, if you want to send that file to printer, you must have to carry that linked file also along with your original file. Otherwise there, if someone try to open that file now, it shows linked file is missing. So you must carry that linked file. So another method is embedding. So no need to send your linked file, because already it is opened and stored in reserved in Illustrator program. So you carry that file only, so open anywhere, so automatically that image is there, right? So that is two methods. And tracing an image, so you trace your image by using different methods there. So I explained you all those things, and about layers also I explained today. And the tracing method partially I explained today. For the tracing method, the remaining on full image, tomorrow I'll explain tracing and filling colors, right? So your people have to practice all these things. And the same thing I'm recording that. If you have any doubts, please check that link. So thank you all.